What's going on, guys? Welcome back, MHD Capital. We're going back to Florida. I received many calls for the last several weeks. Lots of new opportunities, lots of new, movements in Florida. With our funds, we are capable of investing in different markets, such as Southern California, Silicon Valley, Northern California, right? And South Florida. South Florida being one of our top locations, since even before COVID, actually, since 2018. I want to share some of the deals that we are capable of doing under the fund. So we actually oversubscribed for our first fund, which, congratulations to our team, been excellent. We've been oversubscribed very quickly for the first fund. We're going to open our second fund in the next couple of weeks, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to see opportunities right now for our second fund. The type of deal structure that we can deliver, it's usually off-market opportunities. And I've seen for the last, for example, if I'm not taking a specific opportunity, usually I see that those deals go into market eventually, right? So when I get offered a lot of those type of deals, they are off-market deals, right? Which means I can get it for much better price, especially if we buy cash. That's why we like to scale by offering opportunities for investors to partner with us so we can grow and scale and be able to do much more deal capacity, right? By myself, there is so much I can do, but when I offer those opportunities for investors, together we can do much more. We can have much better deal flow. We can get better deal on the actual opportunity because we have the cash available to buy it, right? The average development firm or the average fund out there, usually they take loans to buy those properties. We've seen lately that a lot of big developers, the biggest name of the industry, right? They're liable for litigations. They're in positions they may lose the property because they took, large loan or bridge loans and they can't pay it off, right? So you have to be very, very conservative when you look at different opportunities. So for me, if I'm buying the deal in cash, if I'm buying the land or the existing building that we can reposition, then we mitigate our risk. So it's all about buying into something that it's, not just solid, but we have to kind of see the future. We have to look at the vision of what is the product we're going to build and when can we execute and what are exit strategy, right? So we have to look at different strategies so we can win regardless of the market condition. So I always been a big believer that you have to have the right game plan, you have to have the right team in place, you have to have capital. Everything is essential, right? If you are missing one of the equation, you might be a position, you might, lose the property, right? So for us, number one, buying cash, right? The type of deals that we look into, it's deals that we can close quickly. Single family in prime location. I like to focus on waterfront or oceanfront. That's been the most successful vertical for us. With our current fund, we also very bullish on high-rise boutique condos. Specifically, when I say boutique, I mean under 50 units. And we've seen huge success with those kind of buildings versus a large-scale high-rise, for example, that might take much longer. You know what I'm saying? So with the current economy, with the current shift in the real estate industry, our direction right now, it's single family, ultra luxury residences and boutique developments, boutique condos in prime locations. Usually those locations have barriers to entry. Oceanfront, waterfront locations. Again, like the deal flow that I've seen for the last several months and especially for the last few weeks, it keeps on coming back. Like every other week, you have big news coming up. Like another tech entrepreneur, another firm is moving to South Florida and that market is just keep on giving. And we've been doing great, right? So the type of deal structure, sometimes we don't even have to develop those properties because we're getting those deals in an off-market opportunity, then we can just, flip the contract sometimes and make a lot of money on the deal. So I'll give you an example. For example, I had a particular deal for upcoming development. I've been off to buy the 2 penthouses for $80 million, $80 million, and they've been offered originally for $100 million. We were able to actually bring the buyer and flip the contract for a $20 million profit in a very short period of time. And in those kind of deal, I didn't have to develop the property. We didn't even have to close the contract. We just flipped the contract, right? So the fact that we are capable of getting certain deals in an off-market position, we can just flip the contract sometimes and make a lot of money without even doing anything. And again, shorten the time frame. So for example, if you partner with us, when we have currently an opportunity for investors to partner with us in MHD Equity Fund, minimum to invest is $200K, and you can go to mhdcapital.com and schedule a discovery call with our team. We're going to explain to you the process. We're going to show you some of the deal flow that's coming in and the current developments pipelines, in place.